Hey everyone, I'm Dave Cass from Uvize. A couple things I learned this week. One is not that a mentor is nice to have. I view it actually now as a must-have. The second thing I learned this week is, holy, we're not alone in being veteran entrepreneurs. I had no idea I had a tribe out there that had the same goals and the same background as me, and it can be done. So I'm psyched to support all of you as well. And thank you, David and TechStars, for being here. In addition to being CEO and co-founder of Uvize, I'm an adjunct professor at University of Colorado and author of the popular book on student success, The Strategic Student. My company, Uvize, we are in the business, Dave Parker and myself, who's on the engineering side of things, we're in the business of raising GPAs and raising retention amongst college students. How do we do that? Well, it's actually simple, and we're surprised no one's doing it yet. We teach crucial academic skills to students before they arrive to school. When they arrive at school, and those skills are based on a class I taught at CU and a field study I did going back to school as a 32-year-old freshman and observing and writing about the students around me. When the students arrive in school, they also get an advising tool because, quite frankly, they're going to see their advisor on average twice during their college career. And we all know the higher education system is broken. I know because I live there and I work there. It is my home. It's broken, but do you know how bad it's broken? Do you know that almost half of freshmen that start school in America never finish, 45% to be exact? Do you know in our community, the veteran population, 75% of GI Bill users who show up in college will never finish? The number one reason? I was not prepared. I didn't know what to expect. Billions of dollars wasted every year on GI Bill money and tuition money because we didn't know what to expect. It's absolutely unacceptable. And here's the part that really, really frustrates me. Colleges, year after year, are approaching this problem in the exact same way. They're having in-class freshman success skills programs during the fall and spring of the freshman year. Now, that's sort of like training for a marathon during the first few miles of the race. It sort of doesn't work. It doesn't really work in freshman orientation, too, because freshmen are thinking about food, shelter, and sex during that time. We need to reach them before. A fundamental belief is that skills can be taught. Freshman orientation has to happen before. Strategy happens before the war. And every student should not be getting the exact same version of freshman orientation. Our first model is actually for veterans. Our entire business model can be summed up by this. If you're a tuition payer, if you're a mother or father and you're about to write a 30 grand check for freshman year, would you write a $200 check on a tool that actually helps the student succeed? The answer we're hearing is yes, and the content is proven, and I tested it on myself. What am I looking for today out of this session? Well, it's 2 minutes. Out of the mentors and investors in the room, I have one ask. Can we have another conversation?
My son graduated as an engineer from the University of Colorado. Have you thought of incorporating with the engineering students social graces and interpersonal skills? Those folks need a little of that.
You know, almost every session I speak at, whether it's in high schools or colleges, I get a peripheral idea, like, are you doing anything to help students get to school? The answer is no, we're going to win this battle right now. And then the peripherals will build from there, and they're endless, and I love having those conversations.
They actually teach us skill and manners at MIT, that's why
We will not be addressing manners.
So you're charging $200 for this product? And roughly, what's the size of the incoming freshman class across the country?
Across the country, there are about 4 million students, and we look at the customer as a high school senior and a college freshman. Right now, the $200 price point is on an individual customer, but realistically, we believe an institutional customer would be the first. For example, we're talking about charter schools and community colleges right now. That price shrinks with the number of students if an institution is the buyer. So for the Veterans Program at Department of Veterans Affairs, can purchase it for their inbound 60 or 70 veterans at a lower rate. And if any student, especially a veteran, we have first generation type programs, cannot afford it, we will give it to them.